All right. We got we got a new laptop that we're trying out tonight. Still a little bit sick. You love to see it. Got some tea, some vodka and some honey. Oh, it's a good time. Hello everybody. Martin's here. Braden's here. Ellie Race Art is Nice Racing. I don't know. How do you want me to call you? Want me to still call you Nice or do you want to go by Ellie Race Art? You tell me. How are you guys all doing tonight? Hopefully well. Yes, Gibby getting the dub today. Michael Mertz can finally stop with the memes. I'm a little disappointed. He never texted me back. First, before we get into everything, how is the audio? Um, let's talk about the truck race before Cup. All right, we're going to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to go in sequential order. We go by new name, Ellie Race Art. Perfect. Got it. Still sick. Still sick, trying to kick it. Like I said, we got some tea, with a little bit of honey, and a little bit of vodka, and a little bit of peach tea in there. So, trying to get good, get better. Audio is good. Audio is great. Okay, thank you. It's a full screen today. Yeah, so we got a lot going on. We'll talk about all the things that we're doing. I actually had time to cut out today's decals before the stream, believe it or not. So, before we get into it and just talk about a few things, these are the last four cars for Cody. All right, thank you, Martin. Audio is great. Steph, audio is good. Thank you. Like I said, new laptop today, so we're trying some things out. I transferred all of my OBS settings over from the old laptop to the new laptop. Yeah, so it looks like everything transferred over well. The countdown, the music, the audio. Can you guys still hear the background music? I know you said audio is good. I'm assuming from my perspective. Oh, I didn't put my new watch on. After that, 50 more. Yes, Ellie Race Art, you are correct. It is 50 more, but they're not full wraps. So there is a bit of ease that has been bestowed upon me. So yes, don't worry. I will be going to Talladega in a few weeks to take those down to Cody. I'm excited. And then, yes, 50 more to go. Can't wait. So hopefully the music's good. We have our... This is the car we're going to be working on today. Like I said, I cut out all the decals. We have it all painted over here. So you guys may or may not be familiar with this car. And then also, it looks like screen capture, everything is... Do you even have music on? Yes, I do. Can you hear it? Or is it very quiet? I can see it moving on the sound bar. Do you want me to turn it up? I can turn it up. I am doing a chrome one. We'll get there, and not of this car, but we'll get there in a second. I can turn the music up. It might be quiet. Very quiet. Okay, well I can, here, we'll crank it up a little bit. Tell me if that's too loud. Sounds like we have a little bit of an ambient sound in the microphone. All right. Am I too loud? Hold on. I'm going to mute myself and listen to it myself. Not that I don't trust you guys, but... You are right. There is no music. Still no music. Don't hear. Okay, so no ambient sound, so that's good, but no music. Okay, let me turn that back down. Okay, I can't hear the music. Here comes music. Okay, no music. Hold on. Audio. Can't hear the music, just the speaker. Okay. Ooh. All right, we might have to roll with it for a minute. Without music. Oh. Okay. All right. Let me get my other laptop, just check a setting really quick. Hold on. Still a little under the weather, but while I'm trying to figure this setting out, we can go over what we're working on here. So, I haven't finished the Ryan Sieg car yet. I have a few more decals to throw on, but we'll get to that. This is the Bobby Labonte car that we're working on today, this Coca-Cola Zero car. We're all right without any music. We only came here well, I appreciate it. But I like to have a little bit of music whenever I'm not talking. Something just nice and calm in the background, nice and chill. Like I said, last 4 Cody's cars for Cody, so we'll get these off the screen. I'm excited. I'm doing a Boxing Day on Tuesday where we're putting all the boxes together, putting all the cars in their boxes. Device. Well, I don't know then. There's the music. Oh, the music's there now? What the heck? I didn't change any settings. Hold on. All right, apparently the music is there. Cool. Sounds like a piano playing. All right, good. Well, I didn't change any settings, but the music has arrived, so that's good news. Let's see. Let's begin with what happened to Corey Heim crash. Okay, hold on, Martin. We're gonna get there in 1 second. Jacob Cochran. What's the best way to get you on a custom iRacing diecast? I'm not really taking on any new requests at the moment. I have a lot of things that I'm currently trying to get through. I'm not saying that I won't be able to ever, but at the current time, I have a lot on my plate. So I'm not saying like a definitive no, but yeah, to Ellie Race Art's point, I am quite busy right now. Cody just hit me with another 50 cars. My buddy that used to work for Ryan Sieg Racing that now works for Viking Motorsports. He's got me on for a few cars. So, wait, I didn't mean to say it. I meant to say it. Wait, what? So, yeah, I'm working on wrapping up some projects. So, I'm not saying like no indefinitely, but at the current work rate I have, like, I can't take on any new projects. Sorry, still sick, trying to get this over with. Okay. All right, before we hop into the race stuff, this is for Michael Mroots. Look at that shine. We added a clear coat to it. I am excited. Why is my camera not focusing? Oh, we're doing this again, aren't we, camera? All right, hold on. I'm so happy, Ty Gibbs. OJ Toothpaste is in the house. What's up? I haven't seen you in a few streams. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Get rid of that. Go to here. Go to here. Go to here. Work on the zoom. Hold on. We're fixing things. I'm not a streamer, but okay. All right. That should fix it. I don't know. Oops. Sorry. I don't know why. Yeah, there we go. So look at that. Look at that shine. You lucky you have autofocus on camera. So I'm actually using an iPhone. So it's not a camera. I'm using it through Camo. We could talk about stream setup later. If Lionel doesn't make a Ty Gibbs win diecast, I'm paying you to make me one. I don't know if you just heard that conversation when we were talking to Jacob, but I can't take on any projects right now. I'm sure that decals will become available for them. So, like I always advocate, you guys can do it. You don't need me to do it. You have the ability. My how-to video, this is my how-to video. I started editing it. So yeah, if you see, yeah, look at that. Wow, look at that shine. So yeah, we got a nice clear coat on this thing. I love it. It's one of my favorite cars that I've ever made. It turned out great. Not really much wrong. Lionel can make a Ty Gibbs win, but without the Monster Energy logos. And honestly, that would probably be best case scenario for you guys, for everybody. Because then you could just buy aftermarket decals and throw the logos on yourself. That would be best case scenario. But yeah, so this car turned out great. I'm super excited about it. What if I give you $250? I can't. It's not about the money. It's about the time for me right now. I could have done the same thing with the Ryan Priest cars. Whoa, that's too loud. Okay, let's turn that off. So yeah, Marutz's car, I know, game name Shine, but the car's looking awesome. Pop-Tarts making me hungry. Yeah, we're gonna get to food. Oh, where's the poll question? Wait a minute. Where's the poll question? Why is there no poll question? 300. Jeez. Oh no. Where's the poll question? It disappeared. We bidding now 400. Oh my gosh, guys. Hold on. You ever been to 402? Jeez. 500. All right, maybe. Yes, of course I have. Okay, I haven't seen the poll question. I don't know why it disappeared. All right, check out the poll question. I don't know why it disappeared. I posted it yesterday. Actually, I posted it 2 days ago. So vote on the poll question. I don't know, guys. First of all, if decals ever even become available, that's the big thing, which I think they might. But maybe. Again, maybe. Same thing that I said to what was his name? Where did he go? Jacob. Same thing I said to him. Maybe. Okay. All right. So we're wrapping this up. So yes, the Michael Marutz car, the how-to video, that's coming along. I'm looking to put this car together this week, along with Cody's cars. Put those together. So that is that. Blaney's crew cost him the win today. I will get to it. And then this car. So this car is going to be the Regan Smith, and see, I kind of have to clean it up a little bit, but the Regan Smith 2008 Talladega raced version win. Chrome. It's gold chrome. So I painted the roof rails, I painted the rear shark fin, and then the roof camera, all fluorescent orange. So yeah, race car. Yeah, we're gonna start with the trucks. We're starting with the trucks. So yes, I love this fluorescent orange. All right. All right. Race car. Okay, and then yeah, then we painted this car. I painted the rear shark fin for this one, as well as the front splitter, this nice red color, the Coca-Cola looking red. Same thing with this back window, fin. I do have to fix these lines though in the back window, but that's easy fix. So yes, this is the car we will be decaling today. Let us begin. Here it is. This is the car. Looks pretty good. Let's start with, guess we could start with the back. We got 60-40. We got a 60-40 pull going right now as far as Rainforest Cafe goes. So we will start with trucks on Friday. I watched, did I watch all of it? I watched most of it. Let's see. So we got the Food City 500. That was today's race. We got the propane something and then the National Guard something. Okay. Ooh, $2 million. I could do with that. All right, so we'll start with the Friday race. Bam. All right. Let's zoom out twice. There we go. On a new setup today. So I think it's going well so far. I don't want to jinx it. We haven't really had any issues. Hopefully everything's going well. Like for you guys from a viewing standpoint, audio's good. Hopefully all of that is good. So we'll get into Friday's race, the Tennessee Army National Guard 250. April 10th. It was just under 2 hours. Christopher Bell wins. I believe this was the first win for the 62 truck. So Stuart Friesen obviously with the 52, but I think this is the first win for the 62 truck. And I think that's really cool. Now, granted, I don't entirely love that it was a bunch of Cup guys that came down to race in the Truck Series. Ross finished 4th. Kyle Busch finished 8th. Hocevar 9th. We had Briscoe finishing 14th. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. finishing 26th. Was there another one? Did I miss any? Oh, Daniel Suarez finishing 18th. So we had quite a few drivers from the Cup Series dropping down. Why did they change that rule? I don't really know, to be honest with you. I think part of it has to do with like exposure a little bit. Well, you obviously weren't watching during the olden days. Well, when I was watching in like 2007, 2008, when bushwhacking was like a major issue. The bushwhacking back then was horrendous because they could also run for both titles. So it was pretty bad. Yeah, Dawson Sutton getting a top 10, which is cool. Yes, Brendan Queen getting a top 10 as well. I don't really have anything against Christopher Bell. He's not really like a favorite driver of mine, but I don't really have anything against him. The last truck win was 2017. Really? I didn't know it was that long ago. That was 2017. No, Byron should have won it in 2016, I think. But yeah, Jake Garcia also with a top 10. Okay, so obviously like the elephant in the room is the Corey Heim, Christian Eckes situation. To me, I thought it looked like a racing deal straight up. That's how I viewed it initially. I still think it kind of is that, in my opinion. Briscoe's paint scheme, though. Briscoe did have a nice paint scheme. I always like the truck paint schemes. A lot of them look really nice. Yeah, so in my opinion, I'm not a driver, I'm not in NASCAR, but it looked like a racing deal. It kind of looked like Corey Heim called it. He said, yeah, that's not going to work. So we're going to have to cut this a little bit. Anthony, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome in. I'm on a new laptop setup today, so we're making sure everything works out well. It did look like a racing deal to me. It looks like, oh, Anthony, Ellie Race Art is nice. So he changed his name, updated his channel. By the way, Mobile One schemes always look, some of them do. Some of the Mobile One schemes do. Well, yeah, most of them, I think you're right. Ellie Race Art, formerly Nice Racing, has a channel. If you guys don't subscribe to him, go do so. He's drawing this 39 car for me. I tuned in yesterday and today, and he's doing a great job. So if you guys want to go check him out, go subscribe to his channel and support him there as well. The car looks great so far. He's getting there. It's a work in progress, but yeah, and he's also kind of working through the bugs of like the audio and stuff, but everything's looking good so far. So go support him. Yes, so Ellie Race Art was Nice Racing, so just for you guys to know. But yeah, so it looks like Corey Heim was gonna go, and you already subbed. Nice, very good, very good. Yeah, it looks like he was gonna go on and get the triple truck challenge. That's hard to say. Oh, of course, you're doing awesome work. You're a Sam Bass in the making, my friend. You are doing great work. I don't think the 91 intentionally wrecked Heim, but rather Corey did. Yeah, I think it was kind of both of those things. I think Corey got into him the previous corner. Yeah, I think they both kind of thought they were clear, because I think what the 91 was trying to do was cross him over and kind of force him up the track once they got to the turn, and that never materialized because I think Heim was trying to come up the track to get an arc into the corner, and then the 91 again was trying to get a low entry to get into the back of him. So I think it was kind of a little bit of, 6 one way, half a dozen the other. I do personally think it was more of a racing deal than any sort of like payback or retaliation or anything like that. No, I didn't talk to him about that yet, but I'm sure it'll come up. As far as the rest of the race goes, I mean, like I said, Christopher Bell winning, I think it's a good story for the Stuart Friesen team. I do like that. I think that's cool. I don't really have anything necessarily against Christopher Bell. I think he's fine. I was disappointed that Frankie Muniz got wrecked, or was caught up in a wreck. I don't know if you guys saw his post-crash interview, but the dude's just, like, it's so hard to not like him. And I heard one YouTube said, enjoy your suspension at Cancun. I don't think he's going to get suspended. I think, more than anything, I think it was a racing deal. Now, I didn't see his post-race interview, but I would assume he said it was probably, he probably wasn't clear, is what my guess would be. I hate now I can only watch O'Reilly since it's the only thing I get on air. Yeah, so, yeah, I do like that, though, and I think that's a part of the reason why the series is doing well, is because it's all in one place. It's consistent every week, every weekend. It's on the same channel, and it's over the air, and I like that a lot. I think that's you can attribute that to why the series is doing well right now. Yeah, so I think it was a racing deal. I don't think he'll get suspended for it. I think that would be harsh, to be honest with you, if that's the case. But yeah, Christopher Bell going on to win the race. He ran a smart race. He ran a clean race. So I thought it was good. Oh, the other big news of the day was Kyle Busch basically throwing the race away, trying to save fuel. Shades of Marcus Ambrose 2010 Sonoma. Like, I couldn't believe that. I don't want to call it a rookie mistake, because it's not a rookie mistake. But Kyle throwing away the race that way was kind of funny, if I'm being honest. But it does suck for Kyle Busch fans. And And then, yeah, Chandler Smith getting absolutely dogged on by the reporter. Be like, yeah, you won it. And then he didn't, which is, yeah, Braden said it best. Fox gonna Fox. Like, just not entirely surprising, but disappointing. You know, like, you got to be better. So, yeah, again, I was disappointed with Frankie Muniz getting caught up in that wreck. I don't know how you can not like him. His post-crash interview, he's always super pumped up, super happy, super cheerful. So, you know, it's just cool to see somebody like him in the sport trying to make it. He's in garbage equipment. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Rayum is not good equipment. So he's already kind of starting behind the 8 ball when it comes to that. Yeah, I saw. We had the race on in the background, but I did see quite a few unflattering cutaways from Fox during the Cup race. So, yeah, we'll get to Sunday's race here in a minute. But there were, how many cautions even were there? 9 cautions for 76 laps. Holy crap. Rayum is the Rick Ware of the trucks. Yeah, it's unfortunate that our boy Frankie Muniz is in that kind of equipment. You know, I wish he could get in something a little bit better. Hopefully next year someone else picks him up. Mike Harmon Racing is. Yeah, so 250 laps. What percentage of the race was under caution? Mike Harmon. Doesn't it say somewhere? It does, doesn't it? I thought it did. Maybe not. Anyway. And during the red flag, Ram announces Parker Kligerman will drive the 25. That's cool. I like Parker. I've never had any problems with Parker Kligerman. I thought he always I thought he was a decent driver. Never really got, like, too good of a shot. So it's cool to see him getting an opportunity. You know what? We're going to have to wait to put that on. So, yeah, cool to see Parker in the truck at Texas. Sorry, guys. Still sick. Trying to work through it. That's not the water. But, yeah, overall, I thought the truck race was pretty good. I thought it was mostly clean. I'm sure you guys will agree with that if you watched it. Mostly clean, except Parker won at Daytona. Yeah. Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah, 30% of this race was run under caution. A third of the race. That's tough to swallow. That's a tough pill to swallow if you're a race fan. To be honest, the Sunday races don't even interest me anymore. Like, I don't even care about Sundays. I only watch them so we can have the conversations on stream. But, yeah, so here's your points rundown. Chandler Smith maintains the point lead over Caden Honeycutt by 1. Wait, no, I think he took over the point lead because didn't Caden get caught up in that wreck? I think he did. Yeah, I think he got caught up in that wreck. So Chandler Smith takes over the points lead over Caden Honeycutt and Corey Heim. Is Heim gonna... You could actually tell there was more horsepower, though. For today's race? I was watching it without the sound on, so... The fact that Bristol's multi-groove now just sucks. Like, it's so disappointing because once you get side by side with a car, you can't make a pass on the inside because the outside is so strong, and you can hardly make a pass on the inside. I'll say it that way. So having multiple grooves just kills the racing because if you're on the bottom and people are in your way, you move them out of the way. But we'll get to Sunday. So yeah, Friday's race was a pretty good one. Yeah, I know there were a lot of incidents, I guess, but it seemed relatively clean, to be honest with you. Yeah, so anything else on Friday night's race. Going once. Going twice. All right, we're going to switch over to Saturday. So the Suburban Propane 300. Good to see Park clearing on 25. Hope he does well. I hope he does well, too. We'll move on. Yep. We will move on to the O'Reilly Series. This race took place on my birthday. So I didn't watch, like, the first half of it. We went over. I rate the truck race 8 out of 10 besides yeah, Fox coverage. That's fair, Martin. I think that's fair. Oh, you know what? I didn't tweet out that we were live again tonight. Whatever. People will figure it out. So you guys should know. Everybody should know at this point that we're live Thursdays and Sundays. But anyway. Yes. So Ryan Sieg. Okay, so again, hold on. First, thank you, Braden. Thank you. I did not watch at least the first half of this race because we had a birthday party at my sister's house, and it was a surprise for me. I did not know that it was happening, and it turned out to be yes, we're live. Yes, I had a great birthday. It was a lot of fun. A lot of family was there. Again, like I said, it was a surprise. I don't know what happened to Adam Alexander either. I have no idea, so don't ask me. You were streaming the first half? Oh. Yeah, so I'm not too sure about Adam Alexander. Like, I don't know where he was. I saw a few things on Twitter, but I don't know if any of them are true, so I'm just not going to comment on it. But yeah, so the birthday party was a great time. I had a ton of fun. Like I said, it was a surprise party for me, so I didn't know it was happening. I'm a little annoyed. I'm a little annoyed at all of my people for keeping a secret from me for months. But to be honest, they did a good job. They put together a really, really fun birthday party. And it was a good time. So it feels weird to call Zilich a leech. I kind of understand that. I do. But yes, he dropped down into the series. This race was only 4 minutes longer than the truck race, interestingly enough. But it was good to see him get a win. I was kind of hoping for Larson, but Zilich is fine too. What birthday gift did you get? I got a few. So I got a second World Cup trophy Lego, which I'm excited about because I want to keep one pristine in its box, and I want to build the other one. So that was kind of cool. I was happy about that. And then I got a lot of gift cards and stuff, a lot of food things, food related stuff. What else did I get? I got a new watch. Not this watch. I was going to put the new watch on for the stream, but I forgot. I kind of was I was like half prepared tonight, kind of half unprepared. So I did not put the new watch on for the stream, which is disappointing. But yeah, it was a really good time. Oh, and the funny thing, yes, Brent Cruz, he was hooking the top of the track. He was giving it all she's got up high, and it just didn't materialize for him. It would have been cool to see him win too, but yeah, Larson kind of similar to how well, I don't know if similar is the right word, but in a similar fashion-ish, Larson kind of threw his race away a little bit as well. To your point, Ellie race art, but yeah. Oh, the one of the funniest gifts I received was, and honestly one of my favorites, but one of the funniest, was a Ryan Sieg Racing hat and polo. My wife got it for me. She bought it months and months and months ago. and I was gonna wear it to. I still might wear it to Talladega for my buddy, but he no longer works on Ryan Sieg Racing, so and he literally told me like the week before my birthday, or it happened the week before my birthday. So it was kind of like it was one of the funniest gifts. But I also did appreciate it. I did like it. And the hat fits really well. The polo is really nice quality. So I'm more than likely still probably going to wear it to Talladega. But yeah, it's kind of, I'll be honest, I do like Ryan Sieg. I do like the team. Everybody there was very cordial to me, very nice to me. They had conversations. I'm a nobody, but they were willing to, sit down and talk with me and everything. So I have nothing bad to say about the team, about the organization, personally, from my perspective. With that being said, a huge reason as to why I was or am a fan of the team is because I know my buddy that was on the team. So, like, he was a big reason as to why I was even a fan to begin with of Ryan Sieg. So, it is kind of funny that it all worked out the way that it did. But yeah, so I now have a Ryan Sieg hat and polo that I will likely wear to probably Talladega, is what I'm thinking. But yeah, speaking of drivers that we like, so Ryan ran pretty well, got a top 15 and 11th place finish, but also Jeremy Clements got a top 15 in 15th place. So they ran decently well. Also, it was good to see them kind of up there towards the front half of the field, running decent also. So good on the Jeremy Clements team. It was good to see them up there. It was good to see Ryan Sieg up there for a little bit. And Parker Retzlaff ran another good race, getting another top 10 for that team. Yes, Jeremy did lead a lap. Viking did, except for my buddy's car. They were pretty slow. They were pretty good in practice. Well, those things. They were pretty good in practice, but let's see here. Yeah, and they had Ohio Logistics on the car. But yeah. I was disappointed that they did not run well, and then they got caught up in that late wreck, or they got turned kind of at the end. So hopefully that they can pick it up. It'll be interesting to see. I'm sure once they get a top 10 at some point, my buddy will have, or top 5, he'll have me make him a car. So yeah, I was a little disappointed. He just said they were slow. They just kind of missed it. After their practice times, because they were pretty good in practice, but whatever changed for the race got them a little bit off, which was disappointing. So I was hoping to see them run a little bit better with his first race with the team, but it's all right. So he'll catch up. They'll do better. I'm sure they will. Anthony Alfredo's a decent driver. Hopefully the organization can continue to improve as well. Vikings been doing well with both teams. They switched from a 1-car to a 2-car operation, and pretty late in the game, they were talking about this on the broadcast, and they've been doing pretty decent with what they have. So hopefully they continue to do well. Again, I'm a pretty big fan of the smaller teams. I know I like Hendrick Motorsports and Jeff Gordon for most of his career. but yeah, the smaller teams, I always like to see them do well also. So at the expense of the big teams is fine. So yeah, there weren't as many cautions for this race as the truck race. There were only 8 for 59 laps, which is under 20% of the race, which is better, I suppose, than having the truck series 30% of the race under caution. But yeah, I mean, the O'Reilly race, it always is good. It was kind of the same thing, though. It's just, I hate that Bristol's a multi-groove track. I really do. There's not much more. The reconfiguration hurt it a ton, and there was hardly any tire fall off in either of the two series. So that was disappointing, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, the lack of tire fall off and the multi-groove nature of the track really, in my opinion, made for a less interesting race. It was funny because right after you left my stream, Jeremy and Ryan were on the front row. So that I was at my party and we were kind of winding it down at that point, and I looked at the NASCAR app and I saw that they were both up there, and I'm like, all right. And then I saw that they didn't pit or something, or the way that it panned out, I think they didn't pit or something. So they obviously didn't stay up there very long. But yeah, where do they go next week? Kansas, I think, is next week. So we'll talk about that race. Jeez, I'm sorry, guys. We'll talk about that race on Thursday. I did see something about his fire, but I think that was pretty early on in the race, right? I think that was pretty early on, right? Yep, Kansas. Yeah, we'll talk about Kansas. Mesa Maggio in the 91. Was that within the first 5 laps? Because I definitely saw a video of his car on fire, but I did not actually see it, I don't think. It was late in the race. Well, okay, apparently I didn't see it. Because by the time we got home, I turned it on for the last, I don't know, 20 laps maybe, something like that. But, yeah, so here's the points. Justin Allgaier continues. It was pretty late in the race. Yeah, all right. Apparently I didn't pay attention. Typical, I guess. Justin Allgaier still at the commanding points league. Ryan Sieg jumps up to 13th in points. Nice. Where is... Okay, I guess Jeremy Clements is not in the top 20 in points. That's disappointing. He's had some pretty bad luck. He's run well, but had some pretty bad luck lately. Anthony Alfredo's dropped quite a few points that race, dropping down to 17th in points. Brendan Poole's still solid, 15th. I still think Sam Mayer has had atrocious luck. What happened to him? Something happened to Sam Mayer too, didn't it? Or was that last week? It might have been last week. Jeremy's 23rd in points. Okay. Or did Sam Mayer have a pit penalty or something? I don't remember. But yeah, so the front of the field is kind of as you would expect. Allgaier being up front, that's perfectly within the realm of realism. No surprise there. Sheldon Creed being up there, not entirely surprised too. He's been pretty decent. Got that win, of course. Jesse Love on RCR equipment, no surprise there. Corey Day being up there, he's run well. Carson Quaffle, Austin Hill, Sammy Smith, Brandon Jones. Those, honestly, the top 8 you all kind of expect to be up there. Parker Retzlav's the first one that you're a little bit surprised. They've been running well though. So yeah, not entirely surprised with how the field is going, but also the race is good because JJ Ailey survived the race and didn't crash. JJ Ailey was in the 5 car, wasn't he? He got a top 25. Okay. Top 25 for that team. No, sorry, 26th. Okay, well, pretty good for them. Was he the lone Ford in the field? I think he might have been the lone Ford in the field. He was. Let's recap his season. Daytona crash, Atlanta crash, Dakota crash, Phoenix good, Vegas third, 3 crashes, Darlington fuel issue, Martinsville crash, Rockingham 2 crashes. Oh, you're talking about Jeremy? Yeah, the dude has gone through the blender. He's gone through the mixer this season. Absolute shenanigans for that team. Hopefully they can just get some good luck. What did he finish? 15th? Yeah, so hopefully they can get some good luck and actually not have a stretch of races where they're just solid and they don't have anything go wrong. Kind of like the 39 team. They've kind of been they've been having better races lately. They haven't been having too many things go wrong. It's just been kind of solid, steady Eddie kind of days. So I just need to go back to this really quick just to look at it. I need a cough button that I can press to mute myself when I do. Because it's too much to find the thing on the screen and click it. 42 surprised you yesterday? All right, 1 second. We'll hop back to that in a second. I just need to make sure that this logo, this decal is going on in the right place. And these decals aren't perfect, but they're pretty close. Yeah, speaking of Coca-Cola, they're not going to make Ty Gibbs's paint scheme today. We all know that. So that's kind of unfortunate that that's just the nature of it. Yeah, it's just annoying. I thought I was pretty good on Thursday. I thought we were pretty much done with this. Then I woke up, what was it? I woke up Friday or Saturday and just felt worse. So yeah, I thought we were done with it, but it kind of came back with a vengeance after I felt better, which seems to be the case always. Just when you think you're around the corner, it comes back and gets you. So yeah, I'm thinking today I'm feeling a lot better. It's just the cough and the congestion's super annoying. So hopefully after today it'll be good. We'll see though. Hopefully for Thursday it'll pretty much be all gone and Thursday's stream will go without a hitch. You said the 42 car surprised you. All right, we'll go back to that 1 second. Yeah, how does that look? That looks pretty close. Sometimes you can only do as much as the decals allow you to do also. So I did not make these decals. I just bought them because I had this car. I just needed a car to basically make to get rid of it. You might be able to stream tomorrow actually. Well, if you do, I will hop on. Now, I can't guarantee I'll always be able to chat like I was, but I'll definitely tune in for sure. Looks good to you? Hey, well, that's all that matters. This one I might have my buddy sell for me on the old eBays. I'm not entirely sure yet. Like I said, I just needed to get rid of this car. I'm trying to get rid of some of my inventory, some of the things that I've been hoarding and keeping a hold of for a while. This is one of those things. This is one of those cars. So yeah, I'm gonna see about my buddy potentially selling this on eBay for me. So possibly keep your eyes peeled if it goes out, if it eventually does go up. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, just a thought, because I don't really have a need for it. I don't collect Bobby Labonte cars. It will undoubtedly turn out pretty darn good. It already looks great with the red paint. I love the red paint. Black and red is a very cool color combination. But yeah, okay, so you said the 42 car. 42 car. Yesterday. Logan Bearden ran 5 laps down. T3 vodka. I have vodka in my tea. It's kind of funny. Yeah, how does that look? That looks pretty good. So, yeah. All right, you guys ready to move on to Sunday? Unless you want to talk about Saturday anymore. Going once. Going twice. All right, we'll move on to Sunday. He ran pretty well. I think he got some damage out. Okay, 42. Oh, I am making a 42 car. Speaking of cars that I'm making, I am making a 42 car for Brad Perez. Wait, didn't Brad Perez run yesterday? I think he stepped into the 42. He did something. I'm pretty sure Brad Perez was in one of the cars yesterday. I thought I saw his name. But yes, I am also making Brad Perez's Martinsville raced version car. I know Lionel's making it, the standard version, but I'm going to be making the raced version. So, yeah, that's another thing for him personally. So that's kind of cool. Ah, man. Hold on one second. Yeah, because we also have to talk about the Premier League happenings that went on over the weekend. I don't know if you guys are into soccer, into football, but my did some Premier League action take place. All right, so we're at 8 votes. We're at a 5-3. 5 people have gone to Rainforest Cafe. 3 people have not yet gone to Rainforest Cafe, but will at some point. Okay, now, sorry, on to today's race, the Food City 500. Just a tick over 3 hours. 9 cautions for 72 laps. That is 14% of the race. So as the weekend progressed, the percentage of the race under caution went down, possibly primarily due to the fact that there were more laps today. 500 of them to be specific. Well, 505 because overtime. You always expect a caution at the end. I don't know if Larson threw the race away, but Blaney's pit crew apparently did. Gibby McGibberson, Ty Gibbs, wins his first career NASCAR Cup Series race. Whoop-de-doo. The memes are over. Rejoice, rejoice. I don't really care much about Ty Gibbs, to be honest with you. Oh, yes. 6-3. We have another Rainforest Cafe goer. Honestly, the race was on in the background today. Didn't really pay much attention to it. See you tomorrow. Hop on my stream. I'll actually be able to be on Thursday's stream for the first time in a while. All right, Ellie Raceart. Well, it was good to see you. I will try to join your stream tomorrow if I can. And keep up the good work with your drawings. Keep at it. And, yeah, thanks for joining. I appreciate it, as always. Yes. Grandpa. Now, I can't do the same. I don't have the same energy as Michael does. But, yes. He won his race. And my short that I suggested to Michael may never come to see the light of day, which is disappointing. I'm hoping that he could possibly make it for me, but I don't know. I don't know if it's ever going to see the light of day now that he has won. I was really hoping that he wouldn't, simply for the meme, but unfortunately, he did get the dub today. Ty Gibbs winning his first race, leading 25 laps. He was kind of there all day. He was around the front of the field, and towards the end of the race, obviously got up there with a little bit of pit strategy with that late caution. Blaney and Larson both pitted. They got tires. Larson got 2, Blaney got 4. Track position mattered more than tires, which, again, I would have liked to see more, like, tires matter a little bit more. The Grandpa Series finale better be a good one. If it's not him going to Tomorrowland Speedway, now that he's won the race and being able to drive the Tomorrowland Speedway cars, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, again, the reason I don't like the multi-groove track is Blaney was the better car, and he couldn't get around him because Ty could run the top, and you would just get such a good run off the top. You couldn't hold the bottom, just the way that the car would drive off of the top lane. So yeah, Blaney couldn't get around him, and you couldn't even really be close enough to have contact because the lanes were so far apart. Blaney would have had to drive up into the top lane and just basically pile drive Ty into the corner. And yeah, that wasn't going to happen. Blaney's not really that kind of driver. So ultimately, Ty Gibbs gets the win. It's fine. Yeah, don't really care much for him, but I don't hate him either. I mean, I suppose if any of the Gibbs drivers were going to win, he's fine. Not a big deal. Definitely better than Hamlin. I don't really care much for Briscoe, and Bell, whatever. So Ty Gibbs gets the win. For Coach Gibbs, I didn't watch really any of the race. I didn't watch any of the post race. I was hoping that Todd Gilliland was going to get up there, mix it up with those guys on that last long green flag run. I think he was running third or fourth, and he was starting to come to the front. He could have, but see, the thing is they're already in the top groove. So if he hits him, he doesn't really have anywhere to go. So he just gets into the wall, probably bounces off the wall, comes back down the track, and keeps going. Like, that's the thing. I don't know if him even hitting Gibbs would have done anything. Not to mention that I don't know if Blaney could have turned down the track. So it's possible, but I mean, it's a clean finish. Like, I'm not really going to complain about a clean finish either. I was hoping for a long green flag run. I would love to see green flag pit stops, but stages, we don't see that anymore. So, yeah. I thought Carson Hocevar was going to do better too. He was hanging around like the top 5, top 10 all day. Ended up finishing 10th. I felt like he was going to compete more towards the end. Blaney obviously led a lot. Larson led a lot. What else? Hamlin was pretty much a non-factor all day. Logano, same thing. I mean, pretty much everybody was a non-factor except the 3 that were up front at the end. Like, those 3 led all of the laps except for 6 that Chase Elliott ran. What's a Leach win? I'm assuming you're being sarcastic when you say what's a Leach win. A Leach win is when the top drivers drop down into the lower series and win a race. I'm assuming you're joking because you're an old school fan. Like, I feel like you know what that is. I think you're being a little sarcastic because you like Connor Zelich. But yeah, I mean, not a ton else to say about the race. Yeah, William Byron was non-existent today. Dude was out to lunch. Don't know what happened. 5 laps down. That's embarrassing for the 24 team. Embarrassing for Hendrick Motorsports to have one car lead 284 laps of the race and then the other car. Now, don't get me wrong. Bowman getting wrecked was not his fault, so it's not Bowman's fault that he was last. But William Byron absolutely being uncompetitive whatsoever all day. Didn't do a single thing all day. Immediately fell a lap down and just was garbage. I don't know what was wrong with it. I don't know what happened to him. I didn't watch the race with audio, so I have no idea. Don't really care all that much. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny that the 24 was just out to lunch. But yeah, like it wasn't even Bowman's fault. Like SVG just, the car, I don't know, got loose and took everybody out. So, so yeah, I mean, I felt for Alex Bowman. I felt bad. This was his first race back in a while, and you know he gets caught up in something not of his own doing. Had nothing to do with him. So, I also thought Noah Gragson was gonna do well. He was up fighting around the top 10 earlier, like kind of the middle portion of the race. I don't know what happened to him. He fell off hard. But yeah, so Ross was up there a little bit too. I don't know what happened to him. Fell off. Like I said, when I watch the races with no audio, I just don't really know what's happening. Like as far as like what goes wrong with people's cars. Brad Keselowski spun earlier in the race, so for him to come back to a top 15 finish is pretty good. I mean, yeah. Actually, look at that. Keselowski, Buescher, and Preece all in the top 15, so that's a good day for them. 2311 has speed everywhere for some reason still. 4th and 11th. No surprise there. Gibbs, 5th. Was that? Or 1st? Yeah, 1st, 5th, 11th, and... Oh, yeah, Christopher Bell had some problems, so 27th. What about Kyle Busch and Riley Earp's beef? Yeah. Kyle spun him out with 5 to go. He was the reason for the last caution. That was a pretty strange decision. I don't know. I don't know why he's still in the 35. Well, I know why, because of the monster money, but yeah, and then Noah Gragson having a good day. I was pleasantly surprised with that as well. And I was hoping to see him finish well also, but that just didn't materialize, which was unfortunate. So, yeah, I would like to see more out of the 4 team, but they just, again, it's kind of an equipment thing. Like, they just don't have the resources. They just, they're not a good team. It just kind of is what it is, which is unfortunate because I like Noah Gragson. I think he's a little bit of a Carson Hocevar. He's a wild child. He's overall kind of good for the sport in that sense. A pretty easy fan favorite. Somebody that most people could like, or at least get behind or understand for the general population. So, yeah, I would like to see him do well, but ever since he came to Cup, it's been rough. So, yeah, hopefully that team can turn it around and build on days like today. That looks nice. I do like this paint scheme, the red, the white, and the black. It's a really cool color combination. I do really like it. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, also, it was very difficult to find pictures of this car online. This is the only picture that I could find. I didn't really look too hard, but I couldn't really find any other pictures of this particular car. So I'm kind of taking a guess with the passenger side, but it's pretty obvious where everything goes. Spacing might be a little bit off in some areas, but I mean, overall, it's going to turn out good. It's going to look fine. So, Earnhardt's good wrench scheme. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. The other thing I wanted to point out that was kind of embarrassing for NASCAR's top series is just the lack of attendance at Bristol again. I mean, I know it was still probably 50, 60,000 people there. I don't know if it kind of does look like a test car with minimalistic design features on it. Yep, I agree. I know that it's a massive facility and there's a lot of seats. So the perception of full versus empty is very different. But like the optics of it is just, it's so sad. Like it reminds me of the late 2000s, and I don't know if NASCAR ever kind of really came back to the prominent fill the seats. I know the night race in the fall typically sells pretty well, but it just like my brother-in-law's buddy was at the race, and he sent a picture of the stand, or he sent a video of the race, and it looked so bad. Like, I don't know if they could just make tickets free and people would show up, but I'm at the point where if I was still going to races or I wouldn't even want to go sit in the grandstands for a Cup Series race. I just wouldn't. I remember back in the day when you had to order Bristol tickets 5 years in advance. That's what my cousin that just passed away, he used to tell us stories all the time about that. About how, well, actually they snuck in. I guess I can tell this story now because he's dead. Like, what are they going to do? Go after him in the afterlife? They snuck into a Bristol race one time and sat underneath the grandstands, like by the catch fence on their coolers back in the 90s. So yeah, he said they used to have to like sneak into the races and know people and that kind of stuff just to get in. And yeah, you had to buy tickets so much in advance and everything. Thanks, Braden. Yeah, it wasn't unexpected, but it's still sad. You know, he had pancreatic cancer for a few years. Well, he had it 8 years ago and then kind of got better. And then the past year and a half, he got really bad. And so he finally passed away like a month or so ago, I think. He was the one that was like pretty big into getting me to go to races. We went to Michigan with him every year. So, yeah, of course it wasn't like unexpected, but still very, very sad. So I appreciate that, Braden. But yeah, so the last thing as far as racing goes this weekend, sorry guys, is the points. And I mean, Reddick still has a huge points lead. No surprise there at all. Blaney still in second. Ty Gibbs jumps up to fourth. Hamlin in third. Elliott fifth. Larson sixth. Byron seventh. Wallace eighth. Bell ninth. Busher 10th. Keselowski, Logano, Hocevar, Priest, Suarez, and SVG with a really bad day still stays in the top 16. Then yeah, Briscoe has jumped up to 17th. Cindric, McDowell, Allmendinger, and Ross still stuck in 21st. So yeah, I mean, it's starting to like take a little bit more shape, take a little bit more form as the weeks go by, but no really like super huge surprises, to be honest with you, in the top 20. I mean, Ross being 21st, SVG being higher than Ross in points is a little shocking, I guess, but no like huge surprises as far as the points go at this stage. When does Trackhouse not have a bad day? Good question. Shoot, I hate to keep bouncing between screens here. But yeah, Trackhouse really needs to get their stuff together. It's kind of unfortunate. And then next week is Kansas and IndyCar at Long Beach. Yeah, so Thursday's stream we will cover those races. Always looking forward to, yeah, Trackhouse will be good on the road courses. But yeah, I'm looking forward to IndyCar at Long Beach. I'm hoping our boy Kyle Kirkwood can keep up his strong start, maintain his top 5 streak. But we'll talk about everything IndyCar and everything Kansas on Thursday. So hopefully you guys can join on Thursday. We'll do all of our pre-race stuff then. Hopefully by then I'm better. That would be great. Because the week after that is Talladega, and we are going to that. So I don't know if I'll do. I guess I could do a live stream on the way home. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all the racing that took place this weekend. IndyCar was off. So, so there was no IndyCar action over the weekend. There was a ton of Premier League action, and I just want to talk about it. I know many of you guys probably don't like soccer or aren't into that. You will be at Talladega for Sunday. Well, my friend, I will be at Talladega on Saturday, and then I will be driving home on Sunday because my goal is to not be there for Sunday. I'm taking the 50 cars to Cody on Saturday, and then I'm going to see my buddy on the Robert at the Viking Motorsports team, and I'm going to try and stop by and see some of my friends at the Ryan Sieg team. So I will be driving home on Sunday. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have fun. I will not be at the race. Like I said, I don't really care too much about Cup anymore. It's a really weird thing to say after liking NASCAR for so many years. But my interest level is simply so that we can have these conversations on stream. If I didn't do this, if I didn't stream, I don't think, I don't know if I would even watch the races, to be honest with you. I would probably just kind of keep tabs with it very loosely. But I don't know if I would even watch the races, specifically Sunday. Now, I do know some people on Saturdays for the O'Reilly series, so I would probably still watch those. But yeah, I don't even know if I would watch Sunday's races. So yeah, that's pretty much all the NASCAR discussion. Unless you guys want to keep talking about other things, just fire them off in the chat. Just bring up other stuff. I do want to talk about the Premier League a little bit. Friday night, start off my birthday weekend on fire with West Ham beating Wolves 4-0 at London Stadium. I was stoked about that. It was kind of a must-win game for West Ham. They're still in the they're in the relegation battle. But if we fast forward to today, Tottenham ended up losing at Sunderland by a score of 1-0. And that brings, and with West Ham's win and Tottenham's loss, West Ham has jumped out of the relegation zone, and they're in safety for right now, which is absolutely crazy. And Tottenham getting relegated would be hilarious. I hope that happens. My favorite scheme of the year so far, which series? I'm assuming you're asking Cup Series, but I guess I don't want to assume. Which series are you talking about, Braden? To be honest, I don't even really look at the paint schemes that much anymore. I don't know. I like Larson's 5 car just because it stays consistent. I kind of miss that about NASCAR, having consistent paint schemes. You know, having a one-off here or there is fine, but I kind of miss having the consistent paint schemes. And then Arsenal, I woke up Saturday morning on my birthday to see Arsenal losing to Bournemouth 2-1 at home. That might have been... I loved West Ham winning, but Arsenal losing at home to Bournemouth might have been even better. And then City won today, so City cuts the lead from 9 to 6 points. City has a game in hand, and they play Arsenal next week. So the way that the end of this season is wrapping up, there are so many opportunities for just the funniest things to happen. Like, West Ham could not only stay up, Tottenham could go down, and West Ham has the ability to ruin Arsenal's title hopes. Like, the end of the season is just going to be nuts, and I'm excited about it. Favorite paint scheme? I love the fish paint scheme that Chandler Smith won Daytona with. The one with the big fish on the side of it. I like that one. Maybe that one's my favorite because that's like the only time I've ever bought a paint scheme because I liked a paint scheme. Most of, like, the only times I would ever buy cars, well, I guess that's not true, would be like Metallica, Megadeth, Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith. I made those cars. Those are not like drivers that I would typically have, but I like those bands. I only buy Ross wins. I would buy all of Jeff Gordon's cars. And only William Byron wins. So yeah, I would say probably the Fish, Chandler Smith, Fish, Daytona win. Maybe that was my favorite scheme because that's like the one time that I bought a paint scheme, that I bought a car for a specific paint scheme. Probably that one. I think I'm going to go with that one. What about you? What about you guys? Favorite paint scheme of the year? Oh, and I was watching the Crew, Columbus Crew there playing Orlando City. It was 1-1. I wonder if, am I still signed into Apple TV over here? What is the ugliest paint scheme of 2026? Oh boy. I like the Big Fish too. Also, I like We Speak Fish. Yeah, the David Gilliland 2011 Long John Silver's We Speak Fish. Yes. Absolutely. That one is a good one. Oh, I'm gonna watch this. Anthony's back. Welcome back. It's 1-1. Oh, the game's over? I was gonna watch the game. Alright, game's over. Crew in Orlando drew 1-1. I thought Bubba's Hardy scheme was pretty good. I think so. I think so. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really pay too much attention to paint schemes, to be honest with you. I'm such like a passive NASCAR fan. I guess casual would be the word I would use now, but Garrett Smithley's Clippy. I agree. That one was a good one. I liked I love creative things like that. I do. I also like the Toxic Waste Candy one. It's like super bright yellow or bright green or whatever color it is. I like that. I find that fun. Just because it stands out so much. I think Jeremy Clements also had like a super bright yellow paint scheme. Like a neon yellow. I like that as well. Maybe Brad Keselowski's Grazla scheme from Coda was bad. Ooh, I'll have to look that one up. I don't even know. Let me look it up. Brad Keselowski. What's it called? Grazla. Oh, I'm on. What the heck? So I got this new laptop. I haven't really configured it yet. That's creepy. What? Okay, whatever. Brad Keselowski won this race. Oh, Grazza. Olive oil? Let's see. Oh, that is... oh, that is ugly. That is ugly. Like, what's going on with... Oh, there's one of the best paint schemes ever. Jeff Gordon's Nicorette scheme. Ooh, I love that one. What is going on with those flames, like, off the rear wheel well? Oh, yeah, that is an ugly paint scheme. I agree. Yeah. You're right. And then that like black spot behind the front wheel well, that's stupid looking. Yeah, that's a good shout. That's a good shout for the worst. That's fair. So yeah, I mean, decent racing at Bristol this weekend. You guys said that they had extra horsepower today. Just by watching the race, I couldn't tell. I mean, it didn't look like they burnt the tires off because tires didn't really matter all that much. The cars didn't really look like they were moving around a ton. Yeah, so I mean, if they did have the extra horsepower, I didn't notice it. Good on Gibby for winning the race. Yeah, I don't know. Don't have too much to say. Again, that's about it. We talked a lot about food on Thursday's stream. What is our non-racing topic gonna be this stream? Because I'm sure somebody will come up with something. It's funny that the chat was like flying a million miles an hour. Now it's kind of slowed down a little bit. I mean, William Byron's paint schemes have been pretty good, but again, like they've been somewhat abysmal. I can't believe they were so bad today. That's crazy. So now I guess I wasn't. Who gets the win next? Because I was thinking Hocevar would probably get a win before Gibbs. That turned out to be not the case. So now who gets the next first win? I mean, maybe it's Hocevar, but I was hoping he would beat Ty Gibbs to getting the victory. Either way, decent race, I suppose. I'm sure you hear a lot of British sports party do such a great job on these cars. Well, thank you, Zillich or Hocevar. Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate it. It's funny. I had a couple people jump in earlier asking for some, and I can't take on any new projects at the time. Like I'm so booked up with projects at the moment, and it's a good problem to have. It's a good thing, so I do appreciate the positivity. But yeah, this one may or may not go for sale. A buddy of mine has an eBay page. I might send it to him, have him put it up, because the whole point of this car was just to get rid of inventory of old cars that I've had sitting in my collection for years and years and years. Or not my collection, in my like stock of cars, and I just needed to get rid of it. So that was kind of the whole point of this car, was just to get rid of that stock. So I do like the way that it is turning out, though. It is a beautiful paint scheme. I do love the black and the red and white combination. Oh, you might have missed it earlier too. Hold on. Let me, as soon as I get this right front headlight on, I will show you something. How much does it cost? Like in general, or are you asking about this particular car? Because I don't know, he'll probably just put it up as an auction, I think. But yeah, it depends. It depends how much you can get a donor car for. It depends how much the decals are for the car. It depends on how much time you put into it. Like, if I wanted to charge X amount of dollars in general. So, I mean, in general, let's just say this car was like a $50. It wouldn't be like back in the day, like in 2010. This would have been like a $50 car from Lionel. Yeah, aside from Larson, Hendrick was out to lunch. $50 car from Lionel, roughly, or Action, actually, at the time in 2010. So, about $50 there, roughly. And then you could say the decals, I think, were like $17 for the decals. So, you know, right there, you're up to about $70, roughly. To ship the car, it'll be about $12 to $15. So, let's call it $80, $90. And then the rest of it's like paint. If you want to add paint, cost me like $5 for the red, $5 for the black. So there's another $10. So it's like around $100. Then time's the big one, right? So how much time do you have in the car? I don't really know how to quantify that. So I paint the car, I strip the car down, I take it apart, I strip it down, I prime it, I paint it. I put a clear coat over top of the paint to give the decals a nice smooth surface to go over top of. And then I decal them, which takes time. All of this takes time, right? So I don't really have a good way to quantify my time necessarily when making these things, but yeah, that would it. So you're around $100 just in materials, and then however much you want to charge for the time. Because then after I get all the decals on, then I'll put another clear coat over top of it. Well, 125 just in materials ish. So again, like I said, the next big part is how to quantify the time that I have in the cars. How long it takes me to work on them. How involved are they? Like this paint scheme in particular is not that difficult. You notice we're pretty much going to get this whole thing done in one stream. It's been an hour and a half and we're pretty much past halfway on it. But but yeah, so like for this one in particular, I had to 3D print myself a new splitter because the old splitter was busted from it. I had to steal a shark fin from another car because this one was a COT with a wing on the back of it, not a spoiler. So I had to steal a spoiler and a shark fin from another car. So like this one in particular, kind of like hodgepodge together to get to where we are now. But, you know, if you just bought a straight up car, decals, just went through the normal process, which is what I did for this one. So this one I have, I don't know, I have more than $125 just in materials for this one. So this one is going to be the how-to video, so I will lay all of that out. I don't know if I'll put a price with everything. I don't think that's like 100% necessary in my opinion, because you could kind of start to figure it out once you looked into it. But yeah, so I think the hardest thing to quantify is time, right? And put it in a monetary perspective. That I'm not too good at. So, but yeah, I'm super excited about the Michael Marutz car. I can't wait till he gets it. But yeah. And I mean the quality of the cars too, like I'm sure you've seen some customs out there. Some are very, very good. There are some custom builders that are fantastic. I would consider myself to be, not to like brag or anything, but I would consider myself to be in the better class of custom makers, right? Just because I've been doing it for a long time, I kind of have it down, not to a science, but down pretty well. There are some people that are better at other things. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Clay Kemp. He does modeling. Those people blow me away with what they do with their modeling. They're doing all types. It's plastic models, but they're doing all types of details on the interior. They're putting like braided hoses and brake lines and all kinds of stuff in the models. So they're doing like above and beyond details for all their stuff. This, we're just basically changing the paint scheme to be something that we want it to be. But yeah, there's people that do way better work in other areas. But as far as what I do, I think I'm pretty good, with taking a car, stripping it down, putting a new set of decals on it, putting a clear coat over top of it, making it look as good as possible. As good as Lionel does, or Action, back in 2000. Well, this would have been 2010, so it would have been Action back then. So that's my thought on it. Okay, so now here's something interesting. This decal, I don't know if, let's see. Can you see this decal? It's too, yep, there you go. You can see the decal is too long for the grill opening on the diecast. So what we're going to do, is it the same for the O'Reilly car and truck or different? So O'Reilly and trucks are a little bit easier simply because they don't have the details that the Cup cars have. Honestly, this car right here is an ARC. This is such a random custom. I love it. Well, okay, so this one in particular, I had to get rid of. The diecast. I had it just sitting around for a long time, so I needed to get rid of it. And these were like my favorite decals that were available. I was not gonna make myself a decal sheet. So this was the best option that I could come up with that were available. The Impala SS text is also wrong. Oh, is it? I didn't even notice that. Let's see. Oh, it is. Good call. Well, hold on. Good call. See, this is why we're doing it live, because you guys can help me. So we'll take this away because that's wrong. Good call. Goodbye to you. I should have known better. I should have known that because I know Impala. See, you guys get me talking and I don't pay attention to what I'm doing. The Impala SS was not run in 2010. It was the Impala in 2010 and 2011. So good call. Braden, everybody put some confetti and stuff in the chat for Braden. What a catch. No, that's a good nitpick, because guess what? I have decals in my box of decals that I can pull up that are Impalas. Man, good catch. Round of applause to Braden in the chat. Bro's a hero. He just saved this car, because otherwise it would have been all sorts of wrong. So, also, it's good to see Robert here. Everybody say hi to Robert. Say what's up, dude. That's not a nitpick. That's a great spot. Luke, for example, Luke Fenhaas 5 Mustang Victory costume trailer could be easy. It could be. I'm not familiar with that car. I could look up a picture of it. It could be. I'm not sure. I've never actually done a trailer before. Actually, one of the Ryan C guys, might have been the driver of the trailer, asked me to, or the semi asked me to make him one. I never heard from him. So yeah. So this decal, we had to do a little splicing. What's up? What's up? That's one of my favorite commercials of all time. The Budweiser commercial. Nothing. Just watching a game. How about you? Nothing. True. Yo, Dookie, pick up the phone. What's up? One of my all-time favorite commercials. All right, we'll go back to this. Yeah, I'll get an Impala decal. So this to fix this grill. We'll throw that on there. Make it look pretty good. Sometimes too the molds of the diecast wouldn't be 100% correct either. So that you work on enough of these, you start to figure this out. Hot Pancakes ad was legendary too. I miss it already. I don't know if I remember that one. The Was Up one sticks in my head. Also, Scary Movie did a parody on it. Oh, classic. They don't make movies like they used to. That's like a super blanket statement. They don't make movies like they used to. But yeah, the Was Up commercial is like one of my favorites ever. I just looked it up too, and it looks easy to make and not too difficult. See, the big thing is if there are decals available. So now, you did nitpick Braden, but it brought it to our attention, which was great. Now you can see this grill decal fits inside the molding of the, of the diecast. So you kind of have to make adjustments on the fly sometimes like that. And you can't even tell, like it's seamless. And once we get clear coat on this thing, you'll never be able to tell. So I like doing stuff. I don't love doing stuff like that, but I like little pieces of things like that that you can do. Should I even put this bottom grill decal on? Because like if we look at the nose, Mr. Diecast, do you ever deal with anxiety? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think so. I'm a pretty level-headed, like easygoing kind of guy. I don't like, not a ton really gets me worked up. They aired it during NASCAR's prime coverage. There's a good chance that I saw it. I just don't really remember it. No, I don't know. I think sometimes I'm too laid back, in my opinion. So speaking of anxiety, my birthday party yesterday was a surprise party, and I love any reason to get the family together, really. But it was a little overwhelming, but it was fun. Like, I enjoyed it. I just wasn't expecting it. They do have the decals for Luke Funhouse. See, there you go. There you go. See, you can make it. You can do it. So, yeah, it was good. I didn't have a problem with it, but it was one of those things where I was, like, a little overwhelmed. But, nah, I wouldn't say that I necessarily... There are days where I'm, like, overwhelmed by everything that's going on, sure. But not really too bad, I don't think. All right, let's just let's pop this on. Yeah, we'll throw this one on. And whoa, what's up with that? Also, if you notice, we don't have the Wix and Sunoco decals that go under on the front valence. That wasn't a part of the decal set. See, sometimes if you don't design the decal sets, you don't get everything. So let's dip into my box of decals. First, because Braden said we need an Impala. Box O decals. See, this is why I save things, because you never know when you're going to need them. Also, if you guys haven't voted, do so on the poll. Rainforest Cafe. Throw your vote in there. La-di-da-di-da. Oh, you know what? Actually, Hold on. Hold that thought. Well, okay. We'll stick in here for a second because I need to look. I need to look in here. Probably going to be in here, if anywhere. See, there's a Sunoco decal. What do we need? Sunoco and what? Sunoco and Wicks. So this is like 2000. This is 2010. Ooh, do I even have? Well, there's a Wicks, but that's pretty small. I will have one in here, I'm sure. This is from Jeff Gordon's 2002 Pepsi Stars and Stripes paint scheme. That was cool, and I made one of those. No, none of those. Not that, not that, not that. Here's the other side. There's the early 2000s. A lot of door contingency decals. Not really a lot of like front valence contingency decals. I could have swore. Well, here's some. So there's a Sunoco. Might use that one. That one looks like it's off a Power Slide set, so that'd be like top of the line quality decals. Power Slide makes really good stuff. See, here's a Wicks filter. I guess it's not too small. Let me pull up the picture. The Wicks is just a shade bigger than the Sunoco. I guess that's pretty close. So that's a possibility. There's another Sunoco. Looks like it's from a different set though. See, what we want to try and do is we want to try and match the decals to the set. Yep, so here's a Power Slide Wick or Sunoco, so we'll probably use that one. Are we still live? You guys out there? You like having, you know, just me digging through decals? That's a fun time, right? Bet you this isn't what you expected that we'd be doing on stream. Sorry about the coughing. Here's a Wicks and a Sunoco, but that's off of a different set. I want to try and find one off of that set. Nextel decals. Man, it's been a while since I've had to dig through. Sorry about this, guys. This is, typically don't have this. Normally the sets that I buy are pretty good. See, this is a different style Wicks filter than what it is, so we're probably not going to use that one. Same thing with this one. This one's a different style Wicks as well. Through the years, sometimes they would make changes. Here is one that's also a different style. It's an older, like early 2000s. Man. Still on? Alright, cool. Yeah, sorry about the lack of interesting things. See, now here's a Sunoco Wicks combination, but this is a Pato's Place decals, so I'm not too sure if I want to use that, just because they don't take too well to clear coats. Pato's Place decals. So I don't really want the car to get messed up over something like that. That would be very frustrating. I don't know if I want to do without either. So if we don't find another one in here, which it doesn't look like we have. Yeah, see, that's a... Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know where I found Luke Funhouse? Did you find him on Patos? Alright, so not too sure about that. So we'll put all these back. Were they Patos or were they printed decals? we have other options, so don't be too alarmed. Oh wait. Oh, this is it. This is it. That one right there. So that one, those two Sunoco's. All right, we found it. I did. Which one? Pados or print it? I'm a fan of printed decals. That's where I get all my decals from nowadays. From Pados. That doesn't surprise me. Now, don't get me wrong. Pados, they do have a lot. They have a large selection of decals, and generally the quality is pretty good. The thing about Pados is they don't always fit the cars right. And sometimes they don't, if you use an automotive clear coat over top of them, they will wrinkle. So that's a problem. But if you're just using like a floor wax to put over top of them, like a, what's it called? What's it called? I haven't used it in so long. It was Pledge. Oh, Future Floor Wax with Pledge or something. They do fine with that. And it does give it a decent shine. All right, so let's go back to here. All right, so it looks like we're pretty high on the hood. That goes through the hood pin. That one goes right up to about where the hood pin is. So, I mean, probably going to be like, probably right there, honestly. Maybe over a little bit towards the driver's side just to center it a bit. Kind of in between the hood pins. Probably something like that. All right, now I lost. Oh, there it is. All right, so we got the hood decal. We put down the decal softener, so should be easy, nice to lay down. Now, the one thing about this is you have to, in these cars, they have the molding for the what attaches the tethers underneath, so you kind of have to work around it a little bit, and sometimes it creates problems, but not since we have the decal softening solution. It should be pretty good. We'll just make sure that gets into that crack nice. This will pull up a little bit because I don't like the way that that's laying down. So we'll pull this up ever so slightly. The C in the Coca-Cola, or Coke. Our stripe is good. Our stripe lays down nice on the side of that hood right there, that body line. And then the C will kind of work out. We don't want any creases in our decals. I feel like Bob Ross. We're painting happy little decals. So we don't want any creasing. So we want a nice, flat decal to hug the hood. No air bubbles underneath. Everything's smooth. You can see that on the C. That's where the tethers attach underneath the car. They have it molded into the diecast, so it sticks up a little bit, but the C kind of wraps around it really nicely, and then that body line right there. So the passenger side looks good. We'll flip over. We'll do the same thing with the driver's side. This one's kind of a little complex, but we'll do the same thing. Add our decal setting solution and kind of pull the decal away a little bit. First, we'll do the inside portion of it. You can see it wrinkles up a little bit, but then we'll add some more of this softening solution. Kind of just pull it away ever so slightly. Add some pressure. Pull it away just a shade. Just to get us to the point where it's nice and flat and contours over top of that E, or over top of that body line. Same thing with this. So if you look at it, Coke is straight on. Yeah, this turned out beautiful. I like that. No air bubbles underneath it. Decals didn't pull. Yeah, that turned out great. Yeah, you can see the E. We have the body line underneath the E, but the decal snuggled down nicely over top of it. Same thing with our body line right there. Looks good. Floor wax with pledge material cost. Yeah. So this is what I got. Pledge, revive it. I don't even remember. I got this so long ago. 2 or 3 coats of this looks pretty good on the cars. 1 second, I will show you what I just used it for. So I put 2 coats on this. This is the windshield for Michael Mrutz's car. And you can see that it has a decent shine on it, right? It's not as glossy as a automotive clear coat. It's 2-part automotive clear coat that goes on this, right? See, it's a little bit shinier, but it's still pretty glossy. So 2 to 3 coats of the floor wax, about 9 to 10 hours in between coats, letting it dry, brushing it on, being very conservative with it. Don't apply too much or it'll run. Leaving ample time for it to dry. And you'll get a decent shine. You'll get a decent finish. It'll protect it. The only thing that I don't love about it is it kind of sometimes yellows white coats, white paint. So that's like the one thing I'll just kind of warn you on, is sometimes it will add a little bit of a yellow hue, a yellow tint to white paint schemes. So just be aware of that. For the most part, it is pretty good though. So, yeah. We'll throw this up on the screen, just so I can make sure we're right on this. But yeah, it's treated me pretty well in the past. I haven't had too many issues with it, but I've since moved on to not really using Pado's decals and using automotive clear coats, and that seems to work really well for me personally. Holy cow, this stream has gotten 70 views. That's pretty crazy. I don't know what our like max concurrent viewership has been. I think the most I've seen at any time was 8 or 9. But yeah, it says 70 views, so that's kind of cool. What average view duration? 9 minutes. So seems like a lot of people just popped in, saw what was going on, saw they didn't like it, and then hopped out. Just fine. I respect it. We're getting closer-ish to our monetization goal, kind of. We're still like under a third of the way there, but each time we live stream, we get that much closer. With you guys tuning into the live stream, spending a lot of time here, engaging with the channel. More people have been coming to the streams, which has been helpful. So overall, net positive. We've been doing a lot of fun stuff here, and I think you guys have made it a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you again all for the support. It means a lot just to come hang out, have a cool place to interact with everybody, and obviously work on some cars as well. So let me do that, do that, do that, do that, do that, and then I will look for some Impala decals once we get this one on here. Yeah, this car's coming together pretty nicely. Like I said, it's one that I want to get rid of, or I wanted to get rid of the car itself. And so that's why I chose this Bobby Labonte paint scheme. So As always, I'll be putting diecast driven underneath the windshield. Jeez, I'm tired. Underneath the hood. So, yeah. All right, let's grab an Impala decal. Grab this. Well, I appreciate the kind words. I'm glad that you think so. Braden, you thinking something like this? Let's see how big it is on the nose. It's not as tall. And see, this is kind of what I'm talking about with the diecast proportions. Like the Impala for this decal is about as wide as it should be. But the molding for the diecast between the upper grill and the lower grill is really large. So it's not going to look exactly like the real car because I can't do anything about that. And if I got an Impala decal that was super stretched tall, the proportions would look off and it would just look uncanny and weird. So there's not really much I can do about that necessarily. Unfortunately, that's just sometimes with the way that the diecasts are made by Action, by Lionel, whoever, that's just the way that it is, and you can't really do much about it. I think I'm going to go for another half hour, try to wrap most of this car up, get it as done as we possibly can, and then we'll turn you guys loose at about 10:30. I've been enjoying the streams much more lately. I don't know if you guys have been as well, but when the streams go good or go well, it's much easier to go for 2.5 hours or whatever. It's when the streams aren't going well that I just kind of don't want to be here. But you guys are good with keeping the chat moving for the most part, most of the time, and being interactive and stuff. So it helps the streams go well, and I appreciate that. So I know the stream has kind of slowed down a little bit, here towards the end, which is fine. But I do really want to get this car done, or at least most of the way done. I was thinking if we got it done in a quick amount of time, then I would work on the 39 car, but I just don't think I'm gonna switch over to that one. I'll just do that, finish that off stream. So that, we have our Wix decals. We'll cut our Sunoco decals. See, this is why I save things. You never know what you're going to need in the future. Life lessons. All right. If you haven't, go ahead and vote in the poll. Rainforest Cafe, we got 9 votes. It's a 6-3 victory for yes, of course, I've been to Rainforest Cafe. 3 of you guys haven't been there yet, but you'll get there. So this is a kind of interesting one. The team logo is just underneath the headlight. It's not actually in the headlight, as was common around this time. So, and it's a little bit bigger than what it should be, but that's okay. So we'll pop that on there. Right on the top side of the body line. Sounds like some old timer told you a long time ago. Save. Yeah, I saw a meme video of a guy and his son, and it was there was like a table that was there was a table that was uneven, and the dad goes out into the barn and like he gets this piece of wood that he cut in like 2004 or something. He's like, see, I knew I needed this piece of wood. It was just kind of funny. He's like, I knew I needed it, so I didn't throw it away. So now 20 years later, I could use this piece of wood to level this table. Braden, Forrest Gump, it's an okay movie. It's not one of my favorite movies. I understand why it's a crowd favorite, I suppose. But, it's alright. Yeah, Phoenix Racing put their logo under the headlight before it became cool. Yeah, I don't know. Forrest Gump's alright. It's, like I said, it's not my favorite movie. But it's okay. I think I've only seen it a handful of times. Of course, the worst feeling is when you throw something away and then you're looking for it the following week. And you're like, I just had it. Where did it go? Then you realize, only to realize that you had gotten rid of it. I think that might be the worst feeling. Yeah, but I don't know. Forrest Gump's alright. It's not my favorite. I don't know if we've talked about it before, but Inception is probably my favorite. Still probably my favorite movie. It's hard for me to pick a movie that I like more than Inception. Other than probably like Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith might be my favorite in general, but I kind of lump that in with the rest of the Star Wars movies. So I kind of don't really count that as like a quote-unquote favorite movie, because that's like my favorite franchise of movies, trilogies, however you want to describe it. So, I mean, Episode 3 is probably my favorite, but yeah, Inception's probably my favorite movie that's not associated with like a franchise or something like that. I'll say this. I didn't hate Forrest Gump, but I didn't love it either. Like, it's just okay. Episode 4 is number 1. Yeah, I like all 6 of the George Lucas Star Wars movies. I think in order of like best to worst, it's probably Episode 5 is probably the best. Then episode it probably goes 5, 4, 6, 3, 1, 2, I think. But with that being said, like as far as favorite goes, like my favorite, it's still probably Episode 3 is my favorite, and then probably Episode 3, then 5, probably 3, 5, 6, 1, 4, 2. It's not that I don't like Episode 4. It's just that, I don't know. It's slow. I can understand why at the time it was revolutionary, but like, then after seeing Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and just the pure shenanigans that take place in that movie. But then you also have moments in movies like in Phantom Menace when Darth Maul gets revealed for the first time. Well, he doesn't get revealed for the first time. When the fight between him, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon happens, and that first scene where the doors open and Darth Maul's standing there and then he illuminates both sides of the lightsaber, like that's a really, really cool scene just in any of the movies. As far as the Marvel movies go, no. I really liked the first Iron Man that came out in 2008 or 10 or something. I really liked that movie. And then that was pretty much it. Like I was never a superhero. I didn't grow up with superheroes. I grew up with Star Wars. So I was, in my opinion, I was one or the other. So, yeah. If I were to say that I liked any of the superhero movies, I would be lying. I'm more of a Star Wars nerd. That's what I would consider myself. Again, I understand the hype of the Marvel movies, but nah, it's just not for me. There you go, Braden. The Impala on the nose. Much better than the Impala SS. Good catch. I probably would have caught it later, to be honest with you, but I kind of half pay attention to things when we're streaming because I also want to engage and talk with you guys. The owner of Henninger Racing will not take a break and will run Kansas and Talladega and so on. Well, that's good news, I think, right? I think that's good news. But yeah, we could have a whole stream where we just talk about Star Wars stuff. And I'm not like hype. I don't even call it hype anymore. Wait, hype. Did I say hype? See, again, I don't know if I'm paying attention. Did I say hype? Like Marvel, like superhero movie hype? Yeah, it's been like I'm a normie. I'm a super normie when it comes to superhero stuff, and even I'm like, I'm sick of hearing about Marvel and all of their IPs and stuff. Honestly, I guess with the exception of Doomsday and yeah, see, I don't know anything about any of that stuff. Like my Secret Wars. Yeah, I tried to get into my friends actually in college. They tried to get me into the Marvel stuff, and I couldn't do it. I wasn't about it. Yeah, like I said, Star Wars is my nerd thing. Star Wars is for sure my nerd sphere. But I'm not even like that big of a Star Wars nerd necessarily either, because I don't get into all of like the expanded universe. And I haven't read all the books, and I don't know all of that kind of stuff. Like my primary focus is episodes 1 through 6. That's pretty much it. Like that's all I know. That's where my main focus is. I know a lot about that, mainly just from the movies, mainly just from the video games, mainly just from the action figures. But aside from all of that, like I don't know about the extended universe. I didn't read a ton of comics. I didn't read like any comics. I didn't read any books. It was just me growing up watching the movies, playing with the action figures, and playing the video games. Like Star Wars Battlefront, Battlefront 2, played the heck out of those for the PlayStation 2. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know about all of the secrets of the universe from that aspect. But yeah, definitely more of a Star Wars nerd than a Marvel nerd. And what I will say is I think, speaking of movies, 9 Pieces of 8, the Pirates. Also, I do love the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. That's like a totally different sphere. A movie franchise built off of a theme park ride. Not really sure how it worked, but they got lightning in a bottle for that 2003 movie, Curse of the Black Pearl. I would say the next two, Dead Man's Chest and At World's End, also very, very good movies, very different. They each had their own flair. I think they all worked well. I think they should have stopped there. Just like Star Wars. Star Wars should have stopped at episode 6. Now, with that being said, though, George Lucas did have scripts and everything written for 7, 8, and 9. Disney took that, threw it away in the trash, said, too bad, so sad. Terrible decision on their part because we got the garbage that they produced. But yeah, definitely overdid it on Star Wars. Definitely overdid it on... I do remember the Tomorrowland film. I thought it was pretty ambitious. I didn't hate it. I think I only watched it like once or twice. But yeah, Disney has a... See, the problem, and I'm wearing a Disney hoodie. Like, this is a Disney hoodie that I'm wearing tonight. It has an interesting, like, I have an interesting love-hate relationship with Disney as a company. Because they've done a lot of really, really good things. But they've also done a lot of really stupid things. And they've damaged their brand so much lately. That it's hard to come back from. So, yeah, it's really disappointing when you think about, just kind of what Disney... Like, when George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney, I thought that was going to be the greatest thing ever. Because Disney had all the resources, they had all the technology, like, they could make his vision come to life. And then they said, nope, we're just going to do our own thing. So that was, like, super, super disappointing from a fan standpoint. And that's just one of those things where, like, Disney had the opportunity to do something great, and they decided not to. They squandered that opportunity. It was disappointing. Also most likely to pay someone to do decals because my hands like to be shaky, and I always get one decal crooked and then the other decal. Yeah, but I mean, it just takes, I guess it takes practice. Like, I've been doing this for 15 years-ish. What is it, 2026? 16 years. So I started in about 2010. So, yeah. Whoa, Cody's hopping in here? Cody. Since everybody say hi to Cody. Look at this, my friend. First of all, thanks for hopping in. Good to see you. These are the last 4. I cleared them over the weekend. They are done. I just have to put them together. All 50 of them are sitting over there. Well, all 46 of them. These 4 are here. The 46 are done. I'm boxing them all up on Tuesday. We're coming down to Talladega to have a grand old time, and I'm going to hand deliver these to you. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get them to you. You need to get me graphics for the new car, by the way. Let me see. Let me see if you messaged me. What a monumental success. You don't even know. You don't even know. I'm so glad to be done with them. And then I get to turn around and make 50 more. It's so fun. So, I'm going to get you kicked out of... Honestly, if you get me kicked out of Dega, then I won't make those 50 cars. How about that? What could I possibly get kicked out of Dega for? I'm going to tell the organizer my moves are weak. They take it serious. Nah, I got moves like Jagger. That's a song from... That's a mid-2000s throwback. Actually, it's like 2010s. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to Talladega. How do you think you're going to run? I know you said you were going to be running the Chevy. Now you're running the Ford. So, what do you think? Top 10? Top 5? I'm hoping for a top 10. I'd take a top 5. If you plant that sucker in Victory Lane, though, OJ Toothpaste is back. Thank you. Thank you. We're getting there. We're almost done with this one. Yeah, me too. We got a quick piece. Top 5 would be nice. Honestly, I got that song. Sorry, Braden. I mean, have you tested it? Have you driven it yet? Or are you just going off of what they've told you? Because I know the Chevy was your number one car you were supposed to be running, but yeah, no problem, Braden. But going with the Ford. When you going to... I'd retire, move to Jamaica. If you won, that'd be fine. That'd be cool. And I would be there so I could take pictures of the car so I could make the raced version. I'll make you a raced version if you win. With confetti and everything. I got my stickers ready to put on the B post. When you going to make my Ty Gibbs car? I'm not making a Ty Gibbs car. I'm telling you, decals are going to become available. It was 7th in speed last year. Well, that's sweet. Top 10 pace. ARCA is so goofy, though. Like, there's not a ton of passing. It's very track position dependent. Like, if one person pulls out a line and nobody goes with them, then they get absolutely shuffled to the back. So, I mean, if you could just hold your line and methodically kind of work your way up, I feel like you got a good run in you. I think, what did you get in the frog car? The Cyber Frog car? Didn't you get like top 15 or something? If Blaney has a new crew, he will win the chip. Yeah, I watched the race without the audio today, so I heard a few people say that. Did his crew lose him the race? I'm not sure. I know there were some pit stops that took place, but I'm not too sure where he came out in the shuffle. Let's see here. All right. Sunoco decal. 16th, I think. I pulled out of the pack because Andy thought they were going to wreck. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Also, someone just posted a short that Chase Elliott goes around and Fox Sports didn't show it. That doesn't surprise me about Fox Sports. He was on the radio. Drop out. Well, Cody, this is your last race, right? Like, you don't have any more races that you're signed up for. So this is bring home the checkered flag or the steering wheel kind of territory for you, right? Or if you wreck this car, is this going to put you like so far under, never to come out on top again? Never to rebound? Because, I mean, obviously the last time you were at Talladega, you blew a right front tire. That had nothing to do with you. It was in the Aeon water car. You blew that right front, hit the wall at about 180. And, like, nothing. There was nothing you could do about that. It's not your fault. Man, these decals are old. They are stuck to the paper like glue. I'm sure I will run a few more this year, but this is my only paid for and ready deal right now. Okay. Do you think you're going to get up to Michigan? I don't even know when Michigan is. Because if you do, let me know, and I will try to make it. That was a quick car, too. Yeah. Dwayne. What? That's a weird thing to say in my chat. What? No, are the bots back? Please tell me the bots aren't back. Yeah, that car was a good one. That was honestly one of my favorite cars to make. It was super simple. All right. Shoot, we're almost at the end of the stream here. Only got about 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left, and he has to come in here and ruin the fun. All right. Put that in the middle. Cody's bringing haters to my chat. What the heck? All right, Wix filters, Sunoco race fuel, looks good. We'll go back to full screen. So that's good. Kevin, Bobby retired in like 2005. Bro ran like a handful of races every year for about 10 more years after that. He was picking up odds and ends races. 2010 was one of my, he raced a lot in 2009 in like the 71 car. I think he retired in 2015 or 2016. It had to be 2015. Maybe it was even 2014 when he raced that, like, I think it was half of the car was 44, his old 44 paint scheme, and then the other half was like his old Hendrick paint scheme. I think something like that. I think that was 2014. Maybe it was 2015. Wasn't he leading Atlanta late in race sometime late in his career? Bobby Labonte leading at Atlanta late in race at Atlanta. I mean, he was really good at Atlanta in his prime at the height of his career. Late in his career leading at Atlanta. Man, NASCAR trivia, you're getting me on this one. To me, he was always the interstate batter 18. Yeah, I didn't start really watching until after he was kind of out of the 18. But yeah, he was in the 43 for a few years. He was in the 71 for a few years. He raced the 32. He raced the 09 a few times. He was kind of, the end of his career kind of turned into the journeyman's tale, so to speak. I'm trying to think. Late in his career, leading at Atlanta late in a race. Cody, now you got my mind. Now you got my mind working. Like, I'm trying to think. I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. Are you talking like 2010, 2015? Like, give me a time frame. Because I don't know. When was his last win? I know Terry Labonte's last win was 2003 Darlington. I know that. What was Bobby's last win? Might be thinking 05 Homestead. He got passed by Jimmy Johnson at Charlotte in 05 on the last lap. I know that one. That was 05. That was the 600. He was in that, the FedEx car. It was white and blue. I think it was white and blue. I don't know if that's the race you're thinking of. That was the 2005 Charlotte race, 600. No, I don't think it was. Was 03 Homestead the one where he blew out? No, wait. Yeah, 03 Homestead was the one that Bill Elliott blew his right front tire, and then Bobby Labonte went on to win it. Was that his last race? Was that his last win? Was it 03 Homestead? Because Greg Biffle, I think, won 04 Homestead. Kurt Busch won the title. If I'm not mistaken. 03 Homestead was his last win. Okay. Yeah. Per wiki. Aw, you cheated. You looked it up. Boo. That's all right. Respect. Now we know. The age of the internet. Wow, so both Labonte brothers getting their last win in 03. That's crazy. And then Bobby raced for another, like, at least 12 years, 10 years, 10, 12 years. All right, let's put this roof decal on and then we'll call it. All right, we don't need this. We'll move this out of here. So we made some pretty good progress. I was at Darlington for Terry's last win. Dude, that's cool. It was the Kellogg's car. Tony the Tiger was on the hood. It had the stripes on it. I know that car very well. I don't think it was made in diecast form. Oh, you know what? You know who else won Darlington 04 was Ricky Craven. Ricky Craven won Darlington. That was the Kurt Busch side-by-side one. Or was that 03? Shoot, my mind's going. At Darlington for Terry's last one. I was like 5 in 03, so yeah, not my wheelhouse. Yeah, I was... Yeah, actually, I was 7. I was 7 in 03. So, it was 2003. Okay, that's what I thought. I have too many things in my mind. There's too much NASCAR information up there. Pontiac left the sport after 03. That is correct. Rip to Pontiac. Pour one out for Pontiac. Pour one out for Auto Club Speedway while you're at it. It is almost 1 decade since Tony Stewart's last win. Well, it's after a decade since Jeff Gordon's last win at Martinsville, 2015. I was at Jeff Gordon's last race at Homestead in 2015. Of course, he went on to race 8 more times in 2016 for a concussed Dale Jr. Plethora, good use of the word plethora. I don't know if I am. It's mostly useless knowledge, mostly just NASCAR. You saw him win at Dega a few times. Who, Jeff or Tony? I saw Gordon win at the Brickyard in 04. That was my first race. And then Michigan in 2014. So I got to see the 24 car win twice in all of the races I went to. Well, I guess I saw William Byron win at Martinsville in 2022. But watching William Byron race and watching Jeff Gordon race, just not the same. Gordon won Talladega. Shoot, when did he win? He won, I was at 2017 Spring, Texas when Jimmy last 3 wins. Yeah, I saw Jimmy win at the Brickyard in 04. Gordon was a beast in 2014. He should have won that if they didn't have a championship or a points reset. He would have won. But yeah, he won 4 times. Absolutely shredded everybody at the Brickyard. Winning at Kansas, Dover. He had a great season. It was one of his best statistical seasons, too. And he didn't even have a shot to run for the championship. That was disappointing, because he won the pole for that race, too. They had speed, also. Yeah, 2014 was a great season, and then 2015 was just a head banging against the wall kind of season. But yeah, first race was Pocono 05. Kurt won the race, I believe championship. Tony Stewart won the championship in 05. Not to like correct you, but Kurt won the championship in 04. Tony won it 05. But yeah, 04 was my first race, the Brickyard 400. Gordon won it. Pretty much a fan of his ever since that day. Probably before that, but yeah, good times. Tons and tons of races we went to. So for my birthday party yesterday, my family had a bunch of old race pictures and stuff of me and my dad. And it was a good time. No, Braden, take that back. I have a Buick. I love my Buick. You take that back, Braden. I'm gonna put you in timeout. I love my Buick. It's a great car. Of course the engine light's on because it's too cold, but aside from that, it's a great car. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Kurt either, but oh yeah, you probably can't say that. Yeah, YouTube and its censors. I understand it. Yeah, I've become a fan of Kurt Busch in his later career. But yeah, I never really hated Kurt Busch when he was driving, but I was never like too big of a fan of his necessarily either. He had some crazy rage problems. Like that dude went through a lot in his career. Tony, he's in the final at Pomona on ESPN right now. Well, that's cool. Tony. Jeff Gordon's probably like one of the best NASCAR drivers ever. Tony Stewart's one of the best drivers ever. He can get in anything and win. He raced IRL, or was it IndyCar at the time? I don't remember. It was either IRL, kart, or IndyCar, whatever. Open wheel. He dirt racing, obviously NASCAR, drag racing right now with NHRA. Like the dude, you put him in anything and he can drive. And he can excel at it too. So props to Tony and just his insane abilities. I was never really a fan of his either, necessarily. It was kind of Gordon or bust for me back in the day. Like, if Gordon wasn't winning, I didn't really care who else won. There were I'm trying to think. Like, there were a few drivers that I didn't necessarily hate, but most of the time, if Gordon wasn't winning, I didn't really care. And of course, racing is one of those stupid sports where your win percentage is so low. It's not like you're playing, one-on-one every week. So you either have the chance to win or lose. It's 1v, well, not 43 anymore, 42, but, multiple other drivers, multiple other teams. Tony is really, yeah, he really is. And again, and SRX. Tony was instrumental in the SRX series, which was cool. I liked the SRX series, actually. Is there hair underneath that decal? I was a Gordon guy, and second favorite was Dave Blaney. See, by the time I started watching, Dave Blaney was kind of like a backmarker. He was racing like the Bill Davis cars, and I think he retired pretty soon after that. So I didn't really pay too much attention to Dave Blaney. Rip to the SRX. True. But yeah, I guess Dave Blaney is one that I never really had a problem with. I mean, there were a lot of guys that I guess I didn't have a problem with. Like, the Labontes were like that. Who else? I never really hated the Roush guys either, but they were always so good. Like, Roush had a dynasty in the mid-2000s. Like, no doubt about it. Kurt Busch, Matt Kenseth, Greg Biffle. He almost won that range shortened 500. Yeah. Wait a minute. That was yes, I remember that one like it was yesterday. That was, not only was that the rain shortened the rain affected 500, that was also the one that Juan Pablo Montoya decided to go heat-seeking missile on the jet dryer and take that out. That was 2012, Cody. I remember that when he was in the Ollie's number 36 car. I was a Dave Blaney fan that day. I wanted to see Dave Blaney win that race. When Bill Davis was running Dodges with no OEM support because of that lawsuit. Yeah, and then they jumped to Toyota in 07. Dave Blaney and Bill Davis racing. Diehard Gordon fan, got a NASCAR in 2012. Cletus got you back into it, and I started following Hocevar more and more, watching every weekend. Well, that's cool. So, I definitely dipped in my interest levels when Gordon retired in 2015, 2016, and I kind of got a little bit back into it around 2023-ish. And mostly the thing that's keeping me in it now are the people that I know in it, like Cody. Cody's ARCA driver, and Robert, he works on a team in the O'Reilly series. So, like, those guys are kind of keeping me in it. But, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's not like it used to be. Nothing ever is. But Yeah, it's cool. I do like Carson. Carson's a wrecking ball. You never really know what he's gonna do. Um, I say that I'm a William Byron fan mainly because of the 24 car. Like I want to see the 24 car win. So that's kind of where my fandom comes into. But I also like Ross. I've met Ross a few times. He's a very down-to-earth guy. Super nice. And he's kind of a little bit of a wild card. Or at least he was a few years ago. And then, yeah, I mean, Carson's fun too. Carson is also a wild card. He kind of has that, like, no BS attitude. He doesn't really care what other people say. He's just going to kind of go out and do what he needs to do for his team. I'd like to see him get a win. I think that'll be a very popular win. And then, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see Cletus do well. I think I kind of also don't like it in a sense either. Do I think he has driving talent? Probably. But just like the path that he's taken to get in, the very abbreviated path is a little bit annoying. As a longtime race fan, just, because he's got the money, he's got the fame. It is what it is. But yeah, it's kind of like some of the drivers that are in the Cup Series, like Riley Herbst and Ty Gibbs and a lot of other drivers. Like, they get in there because of their money or their name or whatever. And, they're decent, but I'm hoping you guys better Kansas. Yeah, the 24 didn't show up today. Don't know what that was about. And then yeah, Ross started the race decent, but didn't end well. I wanted to like Byron just for a 24, but something about Carson. Yeah, I like Carson's personality. I think Byron's very vanilla. Nothing against him necessarily. But yeah, he's just kind of I don't want to say he's boring personality, but he's just kind of vanilla. I think he would play very well into the younger generation, like with his hobbies. Like, he likes Legos, and I think a lot of people like Legos. I mean, I'll eventually be doing a stream where we build the World Cup trophy on stream, which, hopefully you guys would like. But I agree. I like Carson's personality. He's a fun driver. And yeah, Braden, you're right. Everybody at Hendricks, very corporate, very vanilla-y, which I don't really like. Gordon was kind of that way too, to be honest with you, a little bit, but he was still a little rough around the edges. Cletus needs 2 years of ARCA. I agree, Braden and Kevin. I think Cletus probably should have stayed in ARCA longer. I think the biggest mistake that the truck team made was having him run in the pack early on. I think having him run in the back of the field to just get a feel for the car or for the truck would have been better. Then he wouldn't have wrecked it. It's a lot. I'm not a driver, right? Cody could probably talk to this way more than I could, but running practice and qualifying versus running the race is obviously a lot different. So once you get in the middle of the pack with all of the air moving around and the trucks are light coming off of turn 4, actually, not to like dog on Cody, but that's what happened to him in the ARCA race last year at Daytona. That's what happened to Dale Jr. in 2016 in the Daytona 500. So like that particular area of the track, the banking level's off, the car lightens up, turbulent air in the pack, that without having experienced that before, it definitely was a shock to him, and he got loose, corrected, overcorrected, turned the car away from the pack, which was good. But yeah, I think a few, like maybe a full year in ARCA, but also having like the RCR tie-in. Yeah, Cody, I know. I didn't bring it up to, I do have a piece of that car hanging in my garage, actually. But yeah, I think it's a little rushed. Like his Rockingham debut was, it was kind of telling. Like he didn't destroy everybody. He avoided a wreck. He was relatively clean all day, but you can just tell like he needs more seat time. And yeah, Kevin, to your point, well, Cody can talk to that. How different the truck is versus the ARCA car. I mean, Cody can talk specifically to that because he did both of those series in the same year. But yeah, I think more seat time obviously will help him, and more people around him, more resources, with RCR and everything. But it just kind of sucks because like I think Cody's driving ability is probably better than Cletus's, but it's just a money thing. Like I think watching Cody race, some of his ARCA races and some of his truck races and I mean, let's be honest, it's pretty garbage equipment, right? ARCA car with a ton of downforce trucks are my favorite. Yeah, but like Cody, the trucks that you raced with Rayum, like versus the trucks that Cletus was in for the Nice racing. Nice has won races with Ross, Carson. They've been up front. There's a big organization. Like Rayum, not so much. They're back marker team. So the quality of truck that Cody had to run versus what Cletus got to run. If you took Cody and put him in a Nice truck, it's not just money, it's also about... Well, yeah, Braden, I agree. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I'm just trying to explain like the difference. I think NASCAR is probably doing the right thing, getting more people to the sport. I don't know if you looked at the Bristol grandstands. Again, it was probably 50 to 60,000 people there, sure, but it was it just optically not a good look. Now I know Bristol's has the capacity for 100,000 or whatever it is. so yeah, but I understand it, but it's just the difference in trucks that Cletus drove versus what Cody was driving are very, very different. Like I'm looking over at my Ross Chastain collection right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four of his wins came in Nice equipment. So like there's 4 wins for Nice. I'd love to see Cletus run full-time ARCA for 2 years. Imagine ARCA becoming the highest rated division. Well, I don't know if you watched, but his in-car for the O'Reilly race had at one point when I tuned in to look at his in-car, it had over 60,000 people watching his in-car on YouTube. 60,000 people to watch Cletus run at the back of the pack all day and like get in incidents and wrecks and stuff. That's crazy pull. That's crazy numbers. And yeah, Cody, you're right. Anytime he's in the race, like the numbers are going to be huge. So I don't think that NASCAR is doing a bad thing by embracing him. I don't think so at all. But at the same time, like, it is kind of funny. It's funny from a person who's been a fan of NASCAR for like a very long time. NASCAR has done such a poor job of marketing itself in the past probably decade. A lot of drivers have left. A lot of old drivers that a lot of old fans liked have left. So that doesn't help. But I just feel like they've also done themselves a disservice with just the sport in general. And the new car, the way that the points were, like a lot of things. Lawsuits. Like there's just, and on top of all of that, there's always that constant hanging over your head that it's just the South, the redneck sport where they drive cars in circles. And that's just how it is. I mean, that's the perception of NASCAR from an outsider's perspective. And it's been like that for a long, long time. And I've had to fight against it for so long because, like I said, I've been a fan for over 20 years. So I've heard it all. But NASCAR needs it, but he also needs to be competitive at this point. It's kind of obvious that... Oh, 100%. I think you're right. I think that's a very good point. But NASCAR is also a very instant gratification, kind of like everything is in the United States. Everything has to be instantly gratified, and that's just like across the board. So, yes, I think he does need to be competitive. I don't think he's at the skill level quite yet, but I think he could probably get there with the right people around him and help. But yeah, to just go throw him out there against the Wolves, I do think he could do well in a mile and a half. I mean, maybe there's a lot more throttle time and it's a lot more aero dependent. So I don't want to say it's less driver dependent, but it more matters what the car's doing, I suppose, not where you put the car. I don't know if maybe I'm misrepresenting that. Maybe Cody can correct me on that, but the bigger tracks, the more aero-dependent cars are, the less they kind of have to do with who's driving them versus how they're set up. Like Daytona and Talladega. I'm not saying that it doesn't take skill, but they're pretty much wide open the whole time. And it's about air manipulation and drafting partners and stuff like that. Drivability it's still important, but it's not as important as like a technical track, like a short track, where you can run the race with half your car missing fenders or whatever, because it's not as aero dependent. So, he might do better at a mile and a half track, but you never know. All right, it's 11 o'clock. I need to go to bed. We made some pretty good progress on this car. We pretty much got it done. I was thinking about putting decals on this grill underneath, but if we look at the real car, it doesn't look like there's actually a grill opening, or it's all taped off. So I might just leave it all red like it is. I will put these tire decals. Well, here, I'll go back to this. Sorry. Yeah, it's a different skill set for sure. This car in 2010, they had the Support Our Troops decals on the tires, so I will be putting these on the tires as well. Honestly, I think that's pretty much it for the car. What I'll probably do, I'll probably put this tire tape on as well. I'll put that on the tires. I'll put that on the tires. We have like left front, right front. I'll put those on just because. We have the aero decals, and then I have windshield tear-offs. So we'll probably put all those on the car. I'll do all that off screen. People say it looks easy than other motorsports. Smoke just one fun. Cool. Good on Tony. Like, congrats to Tony. That's really cool. Yeah, I know people outside of any sport will say that it's, it's super easy or whatever. I played soccer my whole life, and it's really funny to put a soccer ball at the foot of somebody that's never touched a soccer ball before. They look like an alien. It's so funny. They can't possibly comprehend what to do with the ball. Cody, I am leaving Friday. It's a 9-hour drive to my cousin's house. And then Saturday morning, the race is Saturday morning. It's 2 hours to the track from their house. So we're going to leave at 6, get there around 8, spend the day with you. I'm going to text my buddy in the O'Reilly series, see if we could hop over with them after. If not, I don't know what you guys are doing after the race. We could figure it out, but might do something like that. And then I'm going home on Sunday. So it's like a bang, bang, bang weekend. Get in, get out, go home, drop off your cars. I looked at I shouldn't even say this, but I looked at the weather forecast, and there's a potential for rain. So I'm not too thrilled about that. But my sole mission is to bring you your cars and take pictures of this real car. or your car that you're going to be running. So, I mean, I hope it doesn't rain. Could always hang around Huntsville at my house. Huntsville. I wonder how close you are to my cousin, because they're in Huntsville. We'll we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it, because I don't know, like, I haven't really figured out the whole plan, but I kind of have like an idea of what we're gonna do. So yeah, I wouldn't depending upon how far you are away from my cousin's house. I mean, I do have your address. I guess I could just look it up, but yeah, I'm not against that for sure. So yeah, other than that, I am very much looking forward to it. I know we still got like 2 weeks before we come down, but on Thursday's stream, I will show you guys all of the cars, because I have to put those 4 together. So I'm going to put them together probably tomorrow night. And then Tuesday night, I'm going to be putting all of them in their boxes. Thursday stream, we're going to be doing, you're around 2 hours from the track as well. Well, if you're in Huntsville, my cousins live in Huntsville, so you're probably pretty close to them. Because Huntsville, I'm not too familiar with Alabama, but it's like at the top-ish of Alabama. And then Talladega is like 2 hours, kind of diagonal. I see you in Thursday for the entry list for Kansas. I already know they look great. Yeah, I'm excited to get Cody his 50 cars. It was a long road, but they turned out pretty good. I got my stickers to put on the B post, and yeah, I got to box them all up. So I am not on the entry list for Kansas. Is Cody on the entry list for Kansas? For ARCA? That'd be a surprise. Or you're going to see me Thursday for the entry list for Kansas, where we talk about the race. That's probably what you're talking about. But yeah, so we'll get it all figured out. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Hopefully it doesn't rain, but if it does, we'll make the best of it. But this car turned out great. Braden? Nope, that'd be nice. Have high expectations for Kansas because it's a great track. Yeah, Kansas should be a good race, but we'll talk about that Thursday, guys. It's 11 o'clock. I got to wake up early for work tomorrow. So thanks for joining. You guys, this stream has 106 views according to OBS, so that's really cool. You guys made it a lot of fun. It was a really, really good one. And yeah, we pretty much knocked this car out. So this car is pretty much done. So thank you guys again for all the support. I really appreciate it. I'm very excited with the things that have been happening on the channel. It's been doing really well. So yeah, just thank you guys. Thank you for putting up with my voice. I'm hoping to be better by Thursday. The poll was 12 total votes in the poll. So almost half of you guys haven't been to Rainforest. But anyway, I will see you guys on Thursday. Thank you again for making the stream fun. And yeah, just have a good rest of your night and good week this week. So have fun at work, school, whatever you guys are doing. We'll talk to you on Thursday. Bye, everyone.